Imagine your browser not just showing you the internet, but actively doing things for you. Gemini and Chrome just made that a reality, and it's going to redefine how you interact with the web forever. Think about your typical workday. How much time do you spend juggling tabs, copying information, and manually updating apps? It's a huge time sink. Most people use AI like a super-powered search engine, typing in a query and getting an answer. But what if your AI could go beyond just answering? What if it could act on that information? That's the game changer here. Gemini, integrated directly into Chrome, isn't just a chatbot. It's an intelligent coworker that can automate complex web tasks, transforming your browsing from passive consumption to a semi-autonomous workflow. Get ready to save hours every week. Before we dive into the magic, let's get you set up. This feature is currently rolling out, and to ensure you have access, you'll need a few things. First, make sure you're an Android user located in the US. Second, you need the absolute latest versions of both your Chrome browser and the standalone Gemini app installed on your device. Once those are confirmed, activating Gemini in Chrome is straightforward. Open Chrome, then tap the three-dot menu in the top right corner. Scroll down and look for a new option that says Gemini, or navigate through Settings, Google Services, Gemini in Chrome. Tap it and you'll be prompted to enable the feature. It's a simple toggle. Now, a quick but important note. While many core Gemini features are available to everyone, the truly agentic auto-browse capabilities we'll explore later do require an active Google One AI Premium subscription. This subscription unlocks Gemini Advanced, giving you access to Google's larger, more capable models. So, if you want the full coworker experience, consider upgrading. With Gemini enabled, let's explore its core capabilities. This isn't just about simple summarization. It's about context-aware assistance right in your browser. Step 1. Summarize any web page. Imagine you've landed on a dense research paper or a lengthy news article. Instead of endless scrolling, simply open the Gemini panel. You can access it by tapping the Gemini icon that appears in your browser's toolbar, or again, through the three-dot menu. Then, right in the chat box, type "Summarize this page." Or, even better, you'll often see a pre-suggested prompt like "Summarize" or "Give me key points." Tap that. Within seconds, Gemini will provide a concise, actionable summary of the entire page content, letting you grasp the main ideas without reading every single word. Step 2. Ask questions about the current page. This is where it gets incredibly powerful. Staying on that same summarized page, you don't need to recopy information or provide context. Gemini already knows what you're looking at. For example, if it's a product review, you could type, "What are the pros and cons mentioned in this review?" Or, if it's a complex report, explain the main argument of Section 3 in simpler terms. Gemini will use the current page's content as its primary source to answer your specific questions, allowing for incredibly deep and fast comprehension. Step 3. Connect Gemini to Google Calendar and Keep. Now, let's integrate this with your productivity suite. While on a web page, let's say you find an interesting event or a deadline. Open Gemini and try prompts like, "Add this event to my calendar for next Friday at 2 p.m." Or, "Create a note in Google Keep about this product, reminding me to research it further." Gemini can directly interact with your Google services, provided you've given it the necessary permissions. It pulls the relevant details from the page and pre-populates the event or note, saving you precious clicks and manual data entry. All right, you've mastered the basics. Now here's where it gets truly transformative, leveraging Gemini's agentic auto-browse capabilities. This is the part most people miss, and it truly turns Gemini into your digital coworker. Power user trick 1. Auto-browse for complex tasks. Let's say you're planning a multi-stop trip. Instead of opening 10 different airline and hotel tabs, you can instruct Gemini, "Find flights from New York to London on June 15th, then to Paris on June 20th, and return from Paris to New York on June 25th. Also, find highly rated hotels in London and Paris within a $200 budget per night." Gemini, with auto-browse enabled, will then intelligently navigate across different travel sites, search for the information, filter results, and present you with options. It's not just searching, it's actively browsing on your behalf. Or perhaps you want to compare 3 specific laptops across multiple e-commerce sites. Your prompt could be, Compare the pricing and key features of the Dell XPS 15, MacBook Pro 14, and HP Spectre X360 on Amazon, Best Buy, and Newegg. Gemini will visit those sites and compile the data for you. Power user trick 2. Update an online order. Ever tried to change something on an order only to get lost in a labyrinthine website? With Auto Browse, you can tell Gemini, go to my recent Amazon orders and see if I can change the delivery address for the recent tech gadget. Gemini will navigate to Amazon, log in if necessary with your explicit permission and authentication, find your orders, and attempt to locate the option to modify the delivery address. It's like having a personal assistant who knows how to click through forms and menus. Power user trick 3. Leverage Gemini 3.5 Flash for speed. For these advanced multi-step tasks, speed is crucial. Ensure your Gemini is set to use the Gemini 3.5 Flash model. This model is optimized for speed, offering response times up to 4 times faster than previous versions, which makes its agentic browsing feel incredibly fluid and efficient. You can usually select a model within the Gemini app settings or directly within the Chrome interface. So, what does all this mean for your daily productivity? Let's visualize it. Imagine you need to quickly get up to speed on a dense industry report, something 5,000 words long. Instead of carving out an hour, you open Gemini, type summarize, and in literally 10 seconds, you have the key takeaways. That's a game changer. Or consider planning that complex travel itinerary. Instead of juggling a dozen tabs, copying dates, checking prices, and then manually adding everything to your calendar, you give Gemini a single multi-part command. In minutes, it plans the itinerary, finds the options, and adds it all to your Google Calendar, all without you ever leaving Chrome. This isn't hyperbole. By offloading these repetitive, context-switching web tasks to Gemini, you're not just saving minutes here and there. We're talking about the potential to save 5 to 10 hours a week on administrative web tasks alone. That's significant time you can reinvest into more creative, strategic, or simply more important work. Gemini in Chrome isn't just a feature, it's a paradigm shift in how you work with the internet. So go ahead, enable Gemini in Chrome and start experiencing a truly agentic browser. Your digital coworker is ready to assist. Subscribe to AI Tips for more practical AI tutorials. Next week, we're diving deep into custom GPTs and how you can build your own specialized AI assistants without writing a single line of code.